How did you get started? So, I mean, I think you come from a big family. Is there nine of you or something? Were you all fighting or something?
Yeah, it was all scrapping. No, so I've got a big family from Chorley. Uh, Ultimately, I went to college, finished my college degree. I wanted to join the armed forces.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. So I kind of boxed from I was 10 years old up until 19. And I see it with my younger brother now. I see it with a lot of people. They get to 16, 17, 18. They want to go out at a weekend with their friends. They want to have a drink. They meet a girl. And
Yeah.
sometimes it takes a different direction. And that's fine. But for me, it was something that I enjoyed doing so much. I didn't want to stop and just start work. So
What did you enjoy though? I mean, you get hit. Enjoy that? Does that
for me,
spark you? I mean, what do you enjoy?
it's the competitiveness of it, being in the ring, testing yourself against another man. I don't think there's no other sport for me that as testing, standing in front of
There
another
isn't.
man
No, agreed. Yeah.
and
I mean,
having a
it's as
fight.
close as you get to war. Is that right? I mean, it's kind of you go to
Yeah,
war.
I would say that
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, we like to shake hands after. I won't be shaking Josh's hand, but
Why'd you call him Josh? I'd call him Taylor. I mean, you did call him a dick, right? I've always
yeah,
thought he was a bit of a dick. I wouldn't even use his first name.
yeah, you're right. But no, when you have a boxing match or a sparring session, uh, like you refer to it as closest thing to having a war with somebody. But I
Yeah.
think the respect amongst the boxing world in general is massive. You can go in there, have 12 rounds with somebody, knock the living hell out of each other. 10 minutes later, you're in the changing rooms getting stitched up together and having a beer.
Because you're both the same, right? You're both people that are prepared to go to that level, the ultimate competition, perhaps, apart from the extreme. Maybe I don't know. That ends up with the respect because you're both the same, right? You must have similar mentality to the other boxer to some level to actually get in there in the first place.
Exactly. And going back to your question, then what made me want to do it? So I'd finished my college degree and I was kind of in that predicament of, do I go back? Do I start work or how am I going to carry on fighting? And for the first 5, 6 years, I was fighting. You wasn't getting any money. You're kind of borrowing money to your next fight and kind of struggling. But I always, in my mind, I always made a 3-year plan. So I'd sit down with my mum and my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, mum, I'm going to set out to do this. After 3 years, if I come to that point, right, I'll sit down and I'd always mapped out a couple of years in advance of where I want to be or where I need to
Okay,
be.
that's interesting.
Always had a backup plan in regards to me qualifications. I think, you know what, I'm young enough. If this doesn't work out, I can always fall back on this. And 12 years later, I'm still getting punched in the face for a living.